banks are requiring a 1.3 or higher now. When you run your numbers, your purchase price, the main thing that you have to do is make sure that your DSR is at 1.3. So you want to make sure that you're talking, like if you're interested in an area and you're like, look, I only want to buy something in my area, then you should really be talking to every single bank in your area that's a local bank and saying, look, I want to buy a storage facility. Do you fund on storage facilities? And if so, what are your terms? And then you can just keep track of all the banks that you talk to and all the different terms. And so the thing about commercial real estate is asset-based lending. Asset-based lending is, it's based on the income of the property. How much money can this property produce? Because they're basing what the mortgage is going to be off of how much money that property can produce. That's how commercial real estate is. Now, you as the person, they may check you out, and stuff like this, but typically it's like asset-based lending. Okay. So you could just say, like, look, I want to buy a property, I want to buy a storage facility. What would be the terms typically that you're using to invest, to fund storage? And they can give you the terms because they say, look, for storage, we're typically at like, prime +2 or whatever it is. Okay. All right, so that is conventional. That's conventional lending. And this is how we are running our numbers. So if you buy the deal analyzer and you go to the financing tab, right? There's a whole bunch of tabs at the bottom. And the financing tab, there's a way for you to run 5 different offers at the same time. We do cash offer, creative deal structures, bank financing, and private lending. And so with the bank financing, you will just put 30% down, 8% interest, 5-year balloon over either 20 or 30 years amortized. So that when you're running your numbers, you can make an offer on this. Now, another thing with banks, okay, and this goes for like any type of bank, is what they look at is what's called the debt service ratio. And the debt service ratio is like, I don't know, some way that they compute like how much money they can lend based on what the value of the property is. Okay. So however they do it, but they typically want to be, right now, they want to be at 1.3. Like, I have talked to many, many banks, looked at many deals over this entire year, and banks are requiring a 1.3 or higher now. So you've got to, when you run your numbers, your purchase price, the main thing that you have to do is make sure that your DSR is at 1.3. Banks will not fund a deal right now unless it's at a 1.3. It's like super tough. Maybe you might find a diamond in the rough, but like we've seen banks over and over just saying, I'm sorry, but like, no, you need to have that income higher or the purchase price lower. Okay. So it's a 1.3 DSR. When you're running your numbers for commercial deal analysis, make sure you get this. If you don't use my deal analyzer, whatever deal analyzer you use, you want to be at a 1.3 DSR, and you want to be at 30% down at 8% interest. And what I'm telling my students over and over and over again is that whatever the purchase price is, that equals that based on the income, right? So you're going to put your income in. So, and your income and your purchase price. Whatever the income is and whatever purchase price that you come up with have to equal a 1.3 DSR with 30% down and 8% interest. This is where I would be running the numbers. And if you guys are seeing something else, let me know. I would love to know in the chat if anybody's seeing anything else. But for me personally, this is where we're at with the banks. This is what we're seeing on all the offers that we've put out. We've got a lot of offers out in the last couple of months. And this is where the banks are coming back at. Okay. All right. That's conventional loans. Hey everybody, this is Stacy here. Thank you so much for watching this video. I am here to teach you how to get your foot into this industry. You're watching this video because you want to learn how to get started in self-storage investing, or maybe you own facilities and you want to be a better manager, a better owner. That is what I do, is I teach people how to do that. So please like this video and also subscribe, hit the subscribe button, because that's what YouTube wants. So in order for me to get out the word on how to get started in this industry, I really need your help. Again, I appreciate you listening to me, and I'm here to help you on this journey, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.